Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of Council Meeting Agenda for July 9th, 2024. The time is 7 o'clock, and as we have a quorum, I will call the meeting to order. As always, I'd like to start the meeting off in a good way by acknowledging that the city of Maple Ridge carried out its business on the traditional and unceded territories of the Katzie First Nation and the Kwantlen First Nation. Madam Clerk, did you have anything you want to add?
Thank you, Your Worship. This meeting is being live streamed and recorded and will be available to the public for playback on our website in accordance with Council Policy 3.12. The purpose of a council meeting is to enact powers given to council using bylaws or resolutions and is the venue for debate of issues before voting on a bylaw or resolution. For voting purposes, council has been provided with voting cards, green for in favor, red for opposed, yellow for point of order. For members of the public who would like to speak, their opportunity to do so will be later in the meeting during the public question period. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any amendments to the agenda? Seeing none, can I get a motion to approve the agenda, please? Moved by Councillor Dode, seconded by Councillor Schiller. Any comments? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion is carried unanimously. Excellent. Can I get a motion to adopt the minutes of the special closed meeting of June 25th, 2024, the regular council meeting of June 25th, 2024, and a special council meeting of July 2nd, 2024. Can I get a motion for this? Moved by Councillor Youssef, seconded by Councillor Dode. Any comments or questions, there or omissions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion is carried unanimously. Excellent. Thank you very much. And what's next on the agenda? Ooh, the fun stuff.
The first item we have is a delegation of the Ridge Meadow Minor Softball Association, the Pride 2006 B team, who recently won gold medal at the 2024 Canada Cup International Softball Championship.
And look, they're here. We have a representative to come on up to the podium, Rebecca Stiles. You can bring anybody you want up to the podium. You have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you. So thank you to Mayor and Council for taking the time to acknowledge this amazing group of young women and the recent accomplishment of gold medal champions at the very prestigious Canada Cup. I'm going to do my best up here to not get super emotional. I think I'm the best candidate of this coaching staff here to try and achieve that. So please bear with me if it doesn't go off as planned. As a parent of a player on this team, not only am I profoundly proud of my own daughter, but of every member of this exceptional group of young women, and for this great example of what sport brings to the lives of our youth and our community. And a quick nod to this coaching staff. The staff has given so much to this team, and I know without a doubt that each one of them is here because they absolutely live for it. Their love for this game, for competition, and for helping these girls succeed is beyond question. John, Greg, Brent, Kira, and Sabrina, thank you for being all in for our girls. Your time and dedication does not go unnoticed. And as I said before, the waterworks would be in full force if anybody here spoke, so let's see how I do. Now, within these chambers, plans and policy are crafted with this community top of mind. We all want to live in a wonderful, thriving community, and I want to briefly underline the importance of sport in that equation. While unfortunately not all of the 13 girls were able to make it this evening, I will tell you on their behalf what none of them would say themselves, how unbelievably awesome these girls are. I've rarely seen the magic that comes from a group of such strong, smart, motivated, and dedicated young women. The reason these girls achieved something never before done in the Ridge Meadows Minor Softball Association history, a 46-year-old softball club, is because of their work ethic and their camaraderie as a team. Their ability to deal with adversity on and off the field has inspired profound growth and inspired us as parents. I know every one of these girls have had seasons without the joy of winning, but you know what they say, you win, you celebrate, you lose, you learn. They have supported one another and kept going when their bodies might be saying, get out of this heat, relax on a couch with a freezy. They have missed countless parties and events to be at ball practices and games. We all know how much stronger sport makes kids, but it also supports mental and physical health in ways that will endure through their lives and likely in ways that we do not even know yet. In Maple Ridge, we're very lucky to have an amazing softball facility, and sometimes the availability of such facilities will determine whether a sport can thrive. We are so grateful for the support softball receives from the city of Maple Ridge and for the understanding that softball is not baseball for girls. It's an intense sport in its own right. Success in softball hinges greatly on both intelligence and physical prowess, well portrayed by all of these girls. What comes after this season is so very impressive in this group of athletes. While there isn't time to discuss each one individually, a few of these girls have cracked the GPA scale, as in they've far exceeded perfection in their GPA. Some have earned themselves free post-secondary educations based on athletic and academic scholarships, and some of them are forging ahead with education and career plans that don't involve softball. But the common thread, I am certain, is that they will all be massively valuable and contributing members of society. What I personally take away from this example, it's no accident that these girls who have played softball for the bulk of their lives have grown into wonderful citizens who already understand the importance of giving back, of sport, and most importantly, the value of supporting your teammates. The many years of being part of a real team will make them exceptional employees, employers, family members, coaches, and generally as members of whichever communities are lucky enough to have them place roots. Most of these girls, while juggling sometimes more than one job, grade 12 course loads, and the very big commitment, which is this team, are helping out on other teams. They're running clinics in their areas of expertise for younger kids, never mind the very cool role models that they are for our younger softball players. I need not mention their very active social lives with parties and prom and grad, and the list goes on. I'm exhausted thinking about these girls' schedules. Anyhow, I promise to be quick here this evening, so I'd like to thank you for having us. I'd like to thank these wonderfully evolved young women for remaining active in sport for the entirety of their minor sports eligibility, which is so rare. I would like to thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. I know my husband and I have enjoyed thousands of extra hours with our daughters because of this sport. Thank you in advance for the awesomeness, and I know you will bring to a world that sometimes feels a little scary and uncertain. I have every faith in every one of you. Now, there's just one more thing we need you to do before you go out into the world and start being awesome and fixing all the problems. Let's go get that provincial gold. You girls are my heroes.
Well, you did a great job. And you held your own there, so that was really great. Before I open it up for council for their comments, I just wanted to say a few words. And I'm going to start off with a Facebook quote, because I think that encapsulated the whole thing. After winning all 5 round robin games, Pride continued to battle hard in the playoffs. The hard work paid off after they won their first game, then second, then third to take home the gold. It was an undefeated weekend with 8 total wins and gold around their necks. That is on your Facebook page, and that says it all. So I want to say thank you for that. On behalf of the entire city, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to each member of the girls' minor baseball team for their outstanding achievement in winning the gold medal. This victory is a testament to your hard work, dedication, and exceptional teamwork throughout the season. Your triumph not only brings pride to your community, to our community, but also inspires young athletes across the city. Your commitment to excellence and sportsmanship sets a remarkable example for everyone. Perfect timing though, right before the summer games next week. So I think you're going to inspire a whole bunch of people. Please know that your perseverance and success have not gone unnoticed. We are immensely proud of each one of you and celebrate this remarkable milestone in your sporting journey. Once again, congratulations on this well-deserved victory. I look forward to celebrating with you and your family soon. Well done, Proud. Well done, Pride. We are so proud. Thank you. I will open up for comments or any council wants to say anything. Counselor Youssef.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll start off by congratulating you ladies. Very well done. Thank you for bringing the gold medal home to Maple Ridge. Super proud of you. And I want to thank you for your dedication, for looking after yourselves and looking after one another. It's truly a team sport, and not only you on the field playing, but the team that's behind you there supporting you and making sure you're getting there on time. You've got bellies full enough to be able to run without overdoing it, and making sure you're getting a good night's sleep and getting your rest and getting your schedules all organized. So thank you to all those that have been supporting you, and thank you for being such a wonderful team and a great example for all of us to follow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Counselor Dewick.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Sorry, I have my back to you, but I want to echo the comments as well. First, to all you young ladies for such an amazing achievement. You can be so proud of yourself. The fact that you supported one another, you had all those competing interests with your school and everything going on in your life. It's totally amazing. Thank you for making me cry. And to the coaches and your parents, you know, we sometimes when we're younger, we take for granted some of the things that happen in our lives. And I think it's really great to hear that you have parents and coaches that supported you. And I really feel like you know that. I'm watching you all, and I know you appreciate everything that got you to where you are today. So well done. We look forward to hearing more awesome news from you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further comments? I think we've said everything we need to say on this one. Well, this is the even more fun part. If you'd like to join us in the horseshoe, we'd love to have pictures with you.
Behind the Thank you. Well, thank you. You guys said. There we go.
Want to throw some phone numbers? Yeah, phone number's great. And I'll just. Get it, that's fine. One person, yeah, okay. And then if you can send her. So much, very much. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Thank you. I wish we could. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're done. We can go home now. Okay. We're good? We're good. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Next item on the agenda, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. The next item is the consent agenda, which is to be considered for approval in one motion unless a member of council wishes to discuss an item and requests that it be excluded. Each item removed from the consent agenda will be debated and voted on separately. The 5 items are on the screen.
Thank you. Can I get a,
If I
Counselor
may,
Youssef?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to pull item 7.3, please.
1 second, 7.3. Okay. We'll deal with that after we deal with the other ones. Any other ones? Seeing none. So we'll deal with the 7.1, 7.2, 7.4, and 7.5 first. Can I get a motion for those? Moved by Councillor Duick, seconded by Councillor Youssef. Any comments or questions on those items? None? All those in favor? Motion is carried. Thank you very much. And now we will deal with item 7.3. Do I need a motion for that first? No. Okay. Councillor Youssef, you wanted to pull it, so floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If I may, through you to staff, just get a little bit more clarity on what's involved with the building of this bridge and where it's connecting to 232nd. It's not known to me, so I just wanted to get a bit more clarity. And of course, once we have that, I'll look into the actual petition itself.
Thank you. I will let Valerie Richmond, you have the floor.
Thank you to your question, Councillor Youssef. There is a project page if you'd like to refer to water system improvements that shows the map of the
Sorry,
area.
can you just a little bit further away from the microphone?
Too much feedback? Too much? Is that better?
That's
Okay,
better.
great.
Thank you.
I can't hear what it sounds like down there. So if you look at a water systems improvement projects page, you can see the improvements planned, but this will be a critical crossing of the Alouette for both our water system improvements and a pedestrian trail bridge. And it connects 232nd Street on the east side of the river with Birch Avenue on the west side of the North Alouette.
Thank you for that. So with that, did we not consider the environmental impact of the bridge? I see that the neighborhood seems to be in opposition to it.
As with every capital project, there is absolutely environmental permitting, and that is part of this project.
And through the chair to staff, was there consultation done within the neighborhood as we do with other projects?
Once again, through the mayor to that question, there is a public information meeting upcoming on July 16th from 4 to 6 p.m. in Maple Ridge Park.
Thank you for that. Mr. Chair, it's quite notable of the neighborhood to have gotten together and organized and presented us with this petition in advance of even a public information meeting. However, at this point, the motion is to receive the petition for information. So I note that it will be received and it's not lost on myself to that the neighborhood is in opposition. However, I would invite many of the signatories to this petition to attend the public information meeting and see if some of their concerns can be addressed by staff. And if they choose to continue to be in opposition, then I'm sure they will reach out to us. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Those are my comments.
Thank you. Any further comments? Again, this is just a petition that we've received, so we're receiving it for information. Councillor Schiller.
Thank you. And just as we're on the topic, my understanding is that this water main project is required, and if the water main was not attached to the bridge, that it would have to be put across in another way. Could I ask staff to just explain a little bit what an alternative would look like?
Through the chair to Councillor, that would also require a bridge, not a pedestrian bridge, but a structural member across the Alouette River that would hold the physical infrastructure for the water main.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any further comments or questions? No? Did I already call for a motion? No. Can I get a motion to receive the item? Moved by Councillor Youssef, seconded by Councillor Schiller. All those in favor of receiving the petition? Motion is carried unanimously. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next item, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. First item under section 9 is item 9.1. Rezoning application 2019-255-RZ for property located at 12297 222 Street and 22175 and 22185 123 Avenue. And it's for a housing agreement. And this is before council for first, second, and third reading this evening.
Can I get a motion for this item, please? Moved by Councillor Youssef, seconded by Councillor Doze. Any comments or questions on this item, please? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Motion is carried unanimously. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next item, please.
Thank you. Our first item under staff reports is item 11.1, which is the 2024 to 2034 Canada Community Building Fund Agreement. This provides dedicated and predictable funding for each local government in the province. Funds are earmarked for investments in local infrastructure and capacity building priorities, aligning with the city's long-term development goals. And the mayor and the corporate officer are required to authorize this, to sign this agreement under council's authorization. The recommendation is on the screen.
Thank you very much. Can I get a motion for this item, please? Moved by Councillor Youssef, seconded by Councillor Duick. Any comments or questions on this item? Councillor Carreras.
Thank you very much. I just have a questions for staff on this. I'm just curious why Metro gets a significantly, municipalities that are within Metro gets a significant less amount than those that are outside of Metro.
Mr. Thompson.
Thank you. Essentially, Metro's portion reduces all region municipalities. So it is to support regional infrastructure more so.
Okay, so it's because Metro provides the infrastructure and the city doesn't have to? Is that why we get significantly less?
Essentially, Metro receives grant funding.
Okay, so we split our grant funding with Metro Vancouver then?
Essentially, correct.
Okay, so when we go outside of Metro Vancouver, like Fraser Valley Regional District, they don't get any of the funding and they don't do the infrastructure, and the cities are required to do all the infrastructure themselves?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I'm just curious because, for us, it's just over $370,000, somewhere around there, which really doesn't get us very far at all. But you look to a city like Mission, who has 40,000 people, and they're getting $2 million. So I just wanted to get some clarity on what the discrepancies were. So just to be clear, it's because Metro builds more of the infrastructure then that takes the responsibility off the city, and that's why we get less. And outside of Metro, they don't have that same from the regional district.
That's my understanding, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any further comments or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion is carried. Any opposed? Councillor Carreras? Sorry, I didn't see.
I voted in favor.
Motion is carried unanimously. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next item, Madam Clerk.
The next item is appointment of voting delegates for the 2024 Municipal Insurance Association of British Columbia Annual General Meeting. This recommendation is on the screen.
Okay, so I'm going to the council appoint Councillor Carreras as the voting delegate and myself as the first alternate. And the chief, the CAO may not be attending. So if he does not attend, then we will have Katerina attend on his behalf. So that is, can I get a motion for that, please? Moved by Councillor Youssef, seconded by Councillor Schiller. Any comments, questions? Councillor Youssef.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a quick question. What was the criteria for selection?
It's when I look at experience with UBCM, when I look at interactions, I just appointed Councillor Carreras, knowing that she will be there, knowing her abilities as 8 years in school board, being a school board chair. I just felt that it would be a good fit.
Thank you for that. I don't doubt that Councillor Duick has some experience as well around the table, but I struggle with, if it's your selection and appointment, why is council voting on it?
First of all, just to respond to Councillor Duick, will not be attending UBCM. Okay. It is, as with anything else, council, I make a recommendation and we bring it to council. If council chooses to put someone else's name forward, they're more than willing to do that. They're more than able to do that. That is the democratic process. So if you would like to change that, I would suggest that you put a different name forward.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Will you be putting a different name forward?
No, sir.
All right. Any other comments or questions on this item? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Motion is carried. Thank you very much. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. The next item is the public question period. Participants in public question period are reminded that there should be no discussion of public hearing bylaws which have not yet reached conclusion. Each speaker will have 2 minutes to speak to council. A second opportunity may be provided once all speakers in the queue have had an opportunity to speak. The total time allotted for public question period is 15 minutes. If you wish to inquire about additional opportunities to address council, please contact the corporate officer. For members of the public in attendance in council chambers wanting to participate in public question period, please come forward to the microphone. Please state your name and city of residence for the record before beginning and addressing your comments to the mayor. If you would like a second opportunity to address council, please return to your seat until the mayor calls for a second round. For members of the public participating electronically, please register as a speaker by raising your hand, turning on your camera, and clearly stating your name and city of residence for the record before you begin.
Thank you very much. At this point, I will ask anybody in chambers to come on up, state your name and your place of residence, and you will have 2 minutes, sir.
My name is Bill Elder, and I live next door to where the pedestrian bridge is going to go over the North Alouette River. So I'm here speaking on behalf of the petition to do away with that bridge. We've lived in that house for 52 years, so we've enjoyed some pretty peaceful areas in there. I just think it's important to note that when we talk about a pedestrian bridge, this bridge is probably going to be about 7 feet wide. And on the western side, the side that will be next to my house, I expect there to be a concrete pylon at least 7 feet wide and probably 5 or 6 feet high, because it'll have to be high enough to support the pedestrian bridge as well as the suspended water lines underneath it. More importantly, from a financial point of view, I see no logic for this pedestrian bridge. It's not like it's joining up 2 areas with lots of pathways that people are walking on. There's a lot of pathways on the eastern side, for sure, above Balsam and those streets. And there's lots and lots of places where people can park, and they do now, and they go hiking up in the area. On my side, there's really just a very small residential area, and then you're on 32nd Street. So I fail to see how people are going to flood in from my side and go for a walk over the bridge. It just seems to me to be a colossal waste of money. I'm sure there are, I mean, I'm not against development and I see that the water lines have to be put in. That's fine. But I just see there has to be a better way of supporting those water lines than putting a 7-foot wide pedestrian bridge to do this. I mean, I have to be honest, I'm a little selfish in a way as well, in that I have to kind of say to myself, how much is this going to cost me in my property values? I mean, I think it's going to be substantial because I lived in a house there at one time was just very peaceful and everything. Now I'm going to be living next door to a monstrosity that's carrying 2 large water pipes across the North Alouette River. So those are my comments. I know that there is a meeting next Tuesday, but you know, not trying to be funny, I have a feeling it's water under the bridge. I think all these decisions have already been made. I just find it ironic that we would now just begin. I think we got the notice today, as a matter of fact, about this meeting next Tuesday.
Thank you,
Anyway,
sir.
those are my comments. I
Thank you.
answer any questions that anybody might have.
Thank you very much. And
Okay.
I encourage you to show up at the open house. Thank you.
For the idea that this is going to be for the citizens of Maple Ridge and offer, you know, opportunities for them. It's interesting that all of the people pretty well on both sides of this project don't want it. I just feel the money could be spent in much better ways.
Thank you. Okay, is there anybody else who wishes in chamber or wishes to speak at the mic? Please approach the mic. Do we have anybody online? Nobody's online? Okay, please approach, state your name and your place of residence. And you will have 2 minutes, sir.
Hi, my name's Paul. I actually live at the other end on the eastern side of the proposed water line in the trails. My main concern is I know there's a water line there. We've been preparing this in the construction for several months now. No hiding that. I was asked, my question is, the proposed trail that will connect the water line to 235th. Is it possible that I enjoy my privacy? Is it possible that we could sell the land to or the city possibly sell the land? I would like to buy some just to move said trail further if it does go through. Thank you. If that's.
Thank you. It's not a question I can answer today, obviously.
Oh, sorry. I'd just like to say, maybe I should rephrase that. I would be interested if it were to go up for sale and to provide more of a buffer zone between said my property and
We got
the
you.
trail. I know
We got
it's
you.
elevated in area, and so I figured a little more footage wouldn't hurt.
All right. Thank you very much. And
Thanks, guys.
your comments have been noted. Thank you. Okay, anybody else who wishes to speak? And again, nobody's online. Nope. Okay. All right, then we will officially close public question period. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here tonight and for sharing your comments with us. Okay, now we're going to move on to mayor and councillor verbal reports. Who would like to go first? Councillor Youssef.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just real quick, this Saturday, Freshco here in our community celebrated their 5th anniversary. And they did so in such a fantastic, true Maple Ridge way by having a hot dog sale and raising funds for the Friends in Need Food Bank. As a board member of the Friends in Need Food Bank, I sadly will share with you that we are seeing quite a spike in applications and in demand for the services. There is quite a crunch being felt by all of our community across the board, families, seniors, young families, single income families, you name it, professionals that are now applying for services. However, I tip my hat to Maple Ridge and thank this generous community for in one day, actually, I believe it was close to 6 hours only that the hot dog sale was on, raising $800. So thank you, Maple Ridge. Again, I always say you're the best place on earth because of your people, and it's testament to that this Saturday you stepped up in a big way, and please continue to be generous and looking after one another. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Anybody else have anything to report? Councillor Schiller.
Thank you, Mayor Remy. I just wanted to say, yay, it's summer now, and remind everyone that the Maple Ridge Library has a wonderful summer reading program. It's a great air-conditioned space to go to with your family over the summer and sign up. And FPRL has, of course, your typical kids summer reading club, but they also have one focused for teens and one for adults as well. And can it be kind of fun to sign up and just record your reading that you do? It's just a nice activity over the summer. They have weekly prize draws, and it's just a nice way to help enjoy this season. Thank you.
Thank you. No. Okay, then it's my turn. Oh, sorry. Didn't see you all the way over there. Councillor Carreras.
Thanks. Sorry, I know this is a terrible day to not be here with that great presentation at the beginning. Oh man, so sad not to be there. I just want to say a huge thank you and congratulations to our staff and volunteers. We had an absolutely fantastic Multiculturalism Day and Canada Day last weekend. I was able, as well as many, many others on council, to attend both, and it was a ton of fun. Multiculturalism Day, I got wrapped in a sari, and Councillor Doze was playing the drums. It was a very, very cool day to hear and to learn and to celebrate. And Canada Day was also a fabulous time, and I heard so many times from the community what a wonderful event, and they love the celebration and all the good things happening in the community. And so a huge thank you to staff for all their work on Canada Day and the nonprofits that work so hard with City on Multiculturalism Day. During Canada Day, because I'm on the Public Art Steering Committee, there was a piece of work there that said Maple Ridge, and everybody in the community participated in painting a piece of this massive sign that says Maple Ridge that will be installed. And I know there were a few of us that were able to paint a couple numbers, and I saw it in the beginning of the day and thought, oh man, this is going to take multiple festivals to get it done. At the end of the day, I walked past and it was completely done. It was amazing. And every time I walked past, there were probably tens of kids up there painting a square. So I can't wait to see that installation. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, my turn. First of all, on Canada Day Multicultural, we already spoke about that. They were fantastic 2 days. Lots of people out, probably record numbers at the park. Fun to be had for everyone, all sorts of family fun. Monday attended the Reppin' the Ridge for the pre-launch of the Summer Games next week. We had a whole bunch of athletes and their parents there at the Albion Community Center. And it was really exciting because we had Larissa Franklin, just fresh off her gold medal win in the Canada Cup. She showed up and provided all the electricity that we needed to light the doors outside. Interesting note, out of 3,500 athletes coming to Maple Ridge next week, we have 104 of our very own athletes there as well. So just a couple of dates that I wanted to go through. Wednesday, July 17th, from 6 to 8 is Friends of the Games reception at Chance's Casino. Thursday, July 18th, from 6 to 8 is the Friends of the Game reception. Thursday, July 18th, from 5:30 to 8:30, the opening ceremony at the Albion Sports Complex. The opening ceremony team will provide, more information will come out. 8:30 to 11 is the provincial reception at Kingfisher's Restaurant. On Friday, July 19th, from noon to 2 is the civic luncheon at the Albion Community Center. And then from 7 to 10 p.m. is the participant event at the Maple Ridge Leisure Center. Saturday, July 20th, from 7 to 10 is another participant event at Meadow Ridge School. And Sunday, July 21st is from 1 to 4 is the closing celebration at the Albion Fairgrounds. And then from 5 to 9 on Sunday, July 1st is a volunteer appreciation event. It's sure to be a wicked 4 days of fun and challenges and hopefully lots of medals for our locals. So I hope to see a lot of you folks out there. The last thing I just wanted to touch base is more of a public service announcement. It is hot out there. So there are lots of places to go for cooling in malls, the library. Right now, the Greg Moore Center is open from 11 to 4. as a cooling center, as long as the province is declaring it a heat emergency. So I know we've had folks show up over the last couple of days, which is good news. So we're providing that. I know for seniors, the senior center on 224th is also providing cooling shelters, and there's lots of other places. The Legion is another one that's nice and cool. Finally, and this is something that's near and dear to my heart, please, please do not leave your pets in the car. Do not leave your kids in the car. I know sometimes we think it's okay, but man, it's hot. And I know with ours, we pick her up in the daytime so she's not walking on the hot pavement. So sometimes we got to pay more attention to our vulnerable little ones. And I just hope we don't get to a point where, something bad is going to happen. But please, please, please pass the word around. And that's all I have to say about that. So I have nothing left. Madam Clerk, what else do we have?
Just the adjournment, your worship.
Aw, really? Okay. As we have no further business.